Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. So there has been some haters of Tesla saying that their cars are unsafe and catch on fire all the time and full self-driving software is unsafe. But nothing could be further from the truth. And we have just got Tesla's safety report that shows us just how much safer you are in a Tesla on autopilot than a normal car without. And Tesla cars are pretty much just data collectors, and this gives Tesla a very unique opportunity that no one else can really copy just yet. And as Tesla's number one priority is safety, Tesla uses that data to make their cars safer than is legally required. Unlike most other legacy automakers that only do just enough to get approved, and some even try to cut corners. And this is why Tesla cars have become the safest car in the world, and no one has really been able to overtake Tesla on this point, as they don't have the data Tesla does, and the software skills and the willingness to go up and beyond of what is required to become a road legal car. This single measurement should also be your number one priority for your family and friends when you're looking at a new car, and why Tesla should be one of your number one choices. So let me show you why, so you can show your friends, and let's dive right in. So Tesla knows everything about their cars on the road. This is also why Tesla is able to show everything that happens in a crash where a Tesla was involved, because Tesla knows everything that happened in the car before and during the crash. The guy that ran into you in your Tesla doesn't stand a chance. He cannot lie about the incident, because Tesla knows exactly what happened. So Tesla can show statistics about their cars and their crashes, and Tesla has the data. And Tesla shows off these stats in their annual safety report. They show how many miles are driven in a Tesla using autopilot per crash, and Tesla can show that Tesla on autopilot is about 10 times safer than a human driver. That is just the facts, because they have the data to show this. Most other car companies don't even know if their car has been in a crash. Tesla gets a notification of every incident immediately. Tesla uses the data from every crash involved in a Tesla to make the cars even safer, even though Tesla is the safest car ever tested by NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in the US, and already exceed all safety tests required. But Tesla does not rest on their laurels. Tesla goes up and beyond to make their cars even safer. They make changes to the structure of the car, the way the seat reacts in an accident, and have changed the shape of an airbag. Not long ago, they put in a system that tightened the seat belt ahead of an anticipated crash, thanks to Tesla's AI that is constantly watching and understand if you are about to get into an accident that it cannot prevent. All of this is of course thanks to the real-world data Tesla is collecting from their fleet and the full self-driving software that is learning what it is seeing and are constantly getting better and better and better. And as we can see from Europe NCAP, Tesla's car's safety assist features are on a completely different level than any other automaker. Tesla knows everything about the cars that was in a crash, from where the seat was, where the steering wheel was, how people were seated, and even how the airbag deployed down to the milliseconds. So Tesla's real-world data shows them that the industry standard crash test that every car company goes through did not even come close to representing the real world. This resulted in Tesla creating some extra crash tests other than what the industry standard demands, and only done by Tesla. For instance, Tesla could see that cars being hit from the side are hit from many different angles, but the industry standard crash test has the impact only on the door. So Tesla came up with another test, because they could see from the fleet of over 2 million cars at that point in time, now is almost 7 million cars, equipped with sensors and cameras, that this was more a normal side crash. So Tesla has used all this data collected to allow the car to detect what kind of crash it is in millisecond and react accordingly. So a Tesla does not just deploy an airbag like most other cars, it adjusts how to deploy the airbag, depending on what kind of crash it is in, what the passenger weighs and how it is seated on the seat, and many other data points. They even found that in some cases it is safer not to deploy the airbag at all. Tesla's cars are able to do this because of all the data they collect, and through the uses of Tesla's AI, something the other guys just can't do, and why I don't think they will ever catch up to Tesla on safety. And we can see that even Volvo has not been able to get the same safety score as Tesla, even though Elon Musk used Volvo as an example when they revealed the Tesla Model 3 back in 2017. But here, 7 years later, Tesla is still the safest car on the road by miles. Yes, people used to look at Porsche for performance and Volvo for safety and Mercedes for technology. Now they just look at Tesla. But it's not just Tesla's autopilot software that makes Tesla so safe. Here are some of the key features that also make Tesla the safest car in the world. Because compared to any ICE car on the road, well, EVs in general has an advantage, as most EVs uses an all-electric architecture that allows for a low center of gravity due to the battery placement. This enhances the stability and reduces rollover risk. Like we saw when Tesla came out with the Model X, they couldn't get the darn thing to roll over. And this is an advantage the hybrids do not have. And electric vehicles also has a larger crumbling zone. With no traditional internal combustion engine in the front, electric vehicles has a larger crumbling zone which absorb impact energy in a collision. And Tesla has some of the biggest crumble zones in the industry thanks to their efficient engineering of their cars, compared to legacy automakers. And should it be in a crash that is so hard that the other car pushes so long into the Tesla it hits the small electric motor, well, Tesla has made sure that it sits on a ramp that will push the engine out of the bottom of the car, making sure the engine will never become a danger for the passengers inside the car. And Tesla cars has a strong roof that helps protect occupants in an event of a rollover. In test, the roof of the Tesla Model S withstood the equivalent of 4 times its own weight. So people might see a glass roof and think it is not very strong, but it's actually much stronger than your traditional car roof. And all Teslas have fast acceleration. Yes, it can be used in the wrong way, but in a situation where you need to get out of the way because another car is about to crash into you, you get instant torque and quick acceleration and can get out of the way. Even Tesla's full self-driving does this. If it sees a danger, it can outrun. And no, EVs does not catch fire all the time, as we unfortunately still hear today from very uninformed people. In fact, it is the ICE car that does this. Data from the US NTCB shows that EVs were involved in approximately 25 fires for every 100,000 units sold. Comparatively, approximately 1,530 gasoline-powered vehicles and 3,475 hybrid vehicles were involved in fires for every 1,000 units sold. So the last car you want to buy, if you care about fires, in a hybrid, then an ICE car, and the best one you can get is an EV. And Teslas are even better, as they wrote in their safety report. Our global data indicate that between 2012 and 2022, approximately 1 Tesla vehicle fire event occurred for every 130 million vehicle miles traveled. By comparison, data from the NFPA and the US Department of Transportation indicate that 1 vehicle fire occurs in the United States for every 18 million miles traveled. Compared to average vehicle on the road, Tesla vehicles are comprehensively even less likely to be involved in a fire event than these numbers suggest, because Tesla's data include fire events that occur by structure fire, wildfire, arson, and other causes unrelated to the vehicle, whereas the NFPA data exclude any fires where structure is involved. So, if you care about fire, get a Tesla. So Tesla cars are the safest car if you get into a crash. That is just the facts from the likes of NHTSA and European Cap. But because you are in a Tesla with their leading safety assist feature, and especially if you're using autopilot or supervised full self-driving, you are 10 times less likely to even get into that crash in the first place. The safest crash is no crash. So this is what makes Tesla very unique. They have state-of-the-art technology and AI in their cars that is always up to date thanks to their over-the-air software update. But you will still get a car with some of the world's best acceleration, no matter the segment you're looking for, some of the longest range of any EV, and some of the most efficient EV, one of the fastest charging speed when it comes to miles added per minute, added by the world's best and most reliable supercharging network created by Tesla themselves, but at the same time you get a spacious and quiet family car. With safety, no other car can match. I just love that Tesla is willing to go the extra mile to make the cars even safer than they are today, even though they're already the safest car on the road, showing us they are not just focusing on making profits, like most other legacy automakers are, but they are willing to spend the time and money on things that will not make them any money, but because it is the right thing to do. And that is also why they are willing to take the blame when it comes to full self-driving cars, as we already know it will save lives. But if an accident should happen, Tesla will get all the hate in the world. But because this will save millions of lives every year, Tesla is willing to take the heat because it is the right thing to do. Yes, like we always hear, with great power comes great responsibility, and Tesla is showing us that they take that very seriously. So because it is the right thing to do, and because they can, they will go the extra mile. This just shows us what kind of company Tesla is, especially compared to the old legacy automakers that is mostly talk, and some like Volkswagen and many others has deliberately made software to cheat in emission test, to make it look like their cars were emitting less toxic gases than they actually are. And Toyota is the polar opposite of Tesla. Toyota just got caught cheating in safety test. So Tesla goes up and beyond for safety, and Toyota is trying to cut every corner they can, regardless of your safety. Yeah, that kind of shows us what kind of companies Toyota and Volkswagen and all the others are. Profits above all. Even if that means hurting our planet, poisoning the air in our cities, and taking risk with our family's safety. Profits above all. But with Tesla, safety comes first. Always. No wonder that Tesla's cars has won literally all available car awards out there through the last decade, including the most important one of them all, the safest car you can buy for you and your family on planet Earth. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.